Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How do we navigate this?
After the year 2 run, the meta shifted heavily due to the insurgence of the Seer meta. With teams now shifting to this meta, we have seen multiple teams suffer due to this meta. Some teams completely falling apart and having orgs pulled out from Apex Legends as well. The days of the Gibby Caustic meta has come to an end. TSM had to adapt to the shift in the meta and figure out the game plan going forward. We've seen trial and error comes from the boys at TSM. We have seen them settle into a definitive comp which almost everyone runs now because of Furia, the Horizon Valk Seer comp. Verhoes plays the Valk in this team, but he's deemed one of the best Valk players in the world and have been playing Valk in Pro League since his days at Esports Arena. So Verhoes plays Valk perfectly to a T, sometimes. But the two I'd like to focus on is Seer and Horizon, who both are respectively played by Hal, who plays the Horizon, and Reps, who plays the Seer. Hal going on Horizon was perfect for the team. It allows for his aggressive playing style, which he got from playing Wraith for all those years, to flourish. Normally you would want your IGL and Seer to scout ahead and find open spots in zone to find out if your rotation is safe, but Hal opted out to go play Horizon. If Hal wasn't an IGL, he would be top 3 fraggers in the world, which is why he plays Horizon for the team. With the aggressive playing style that he accumulated over the years of playing Apex, it's easier to adapt to a Horizon playing style than a Seer. Horizon's abilities are all about aggression, and I've stated in my last video that the main aggression in the Seer Valk Horizon comp is Horizon. Her gravity lift allows you to get full vertical play over teams and allows you to push height very easily, and also allows you to bring your entire team to height with you as well, which for an IGL is important because you would want to find yourself the safest and easiest route to hide for you and your team. Her ultimate also allows for him to disorient a team and allows his teammates to come in and clean up. Because of the Horizon lift, he might do the open damage compared to Verhoes because he has the mobility on Horizon. After doing the open damage, he'll use his ult, and the way Hal uses his ult is most times he'll put it on the opposite side of the surface that the enemy team is at. Whether it's in a building, he'll put it on the outside of the wall where he thinks they are at, and it will pull them towards that wall, or whether it's a rock or a piece of terrain from the respective map. Reps to me is the key of this comp. Reps has been stuck on Gibby since the dawn of time, and with Gibby you have to adapt a very specific playing style and can be only played in one way. If you play Gibby in another way, you're a terrible Gibby. You are always forced to play behind your entry fraggers. You use range weapons and shotguns with Gibby because you have your arm shield. You play off and around your bubble, and you play off your team. You're stuck in that playing style, but Reps made the move to Seer, a legend that consisted of a completely different playing style than Gibby, and we have seen a lot of teams crumble when it comes to adapting the Seer meta. We've seen most Gibby players switch to Seer and completely look disoriented trying to play Seer. We've seen teams like Optic, who was one of the most feared teams in NA, fall to a mediocre low. G2, which literally pulled out of Apex Legends esports due to their team's performance in this new meta, simply because their teams struggled to adapt, and the player who always struggled in this new meta was the Gibby player. But this has not affected Reps at all. Reps has shifted his playing style from the hard Gibby crutch, who plays pitch perfect Gibby, playing as the second or the third man when breaching a building, getting ready to throw his bubble and to give his teammates cover. He has shifted his playing style to Seer perfectly and is really comfortable on Seer, even though he's been on Gibby for so long. He scouts buildings with his scans, and he uses his ultimate during fights or before they engage in fights. He has completely adapted to the role of the scout for his team and is really comfortable on Seer compared to many other teams who shifted to this meta. Personally, I believe that this is half of the main reason why TSM continues to perform this well. On August 16, 2022, TSM did something that would change their performance after the year 2 ALGS. They brought in Raven as a coach/analyst. The main shift for their playing style and adaptability came down to Raven. With having a coach, you are able to focus on improving your own individual games and improve as a player, which has made IGLing a lot easier for Hal and taking up the role of Seer for Rep. Raven gives insights and does the heavy lifting behind the scenes. VOD reviews, testing new comps, testing new strats, and I personally think the main reason why TSM performs so well is because of Raven. And I genuinely think that most teams are having problems adapting to the Seer meta, or a meta without a true defensive legend to play for. Your XKB players should get a coach because they bring great insight towards you and your team, and you will see drastic improvements in your game as a team going forward.
Why did you get a coach? I said this before, but basically I felt like I was in a position that I had too much on my plate regarding like the strategy of the game. Like when it comes to basically outside the game, like the strategy out of the game, like where to land, like if we do contest somebody, how do we contest somebody, like the early, like I just felt like there's too much. I couldn't handle everything, like having the IGL, having to like try to frag also, and then also worry about like I don't know, there was just too much on my plate, and I felt like I needed somebody to help me with that, so I was looking for someone to fulfill that. Oh yeah, my meta was definitely on edge for sure for a while. I think like Raven's pickup is like, it's as like influential as me picking up like Mac and Jordan at the beginning of the game. That's how I value Raven.